when you look at a Marine, you're looking at a cold-blooded, steely-eyed, paid professional killer. That's what we're designed to do.
Look there and say that. Can you? Will you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're looking at a cold-blooded, steely-eyed, paid professional killer.
Hey everybody, Kelly Orchard with Mustang Monday once again. In the seat of the Mustang is a really special guest. Never had an actual Marine pilot in my car before. So, all right, this is Dick Lawe. He's my friend from Murrieta Rotary, and we were talking about doing a Mustang Monday for a while, and I finally, kind of kidnapped him and got him to hop in the seat. So, he's going to give a badass tip from the street. I mean, it doesn't get any more badass than a Marine. And I've learned from you that there is no such thing as a former Marine. Right? Once a Marine, always a Marine.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So how do you categorize yourself?
Oh, I've spent 24 years in the Marine Corps.
So 24 years in the Marine Corps. What did you? I'm going to act as if I don't know because my friends here don't know. What did you do in the Marine Corps?
I was a combat pilot. I flew A4s, which when I went in and I checked into El Toro in 1960 and had joined an A4 squadron, we were dealing primarily with nuclear weapons. And the A4 was the smallest nuclear bomber that was ever designed and built.
And what year was this?
This was 1960.
1960. Okay.
Probably before you were born.
A little bit. Thank God for that. Yeah, a little bit before me. Yeah.
Yeah, so from that point I was in Japan in 62, 63, and came home and was at Marine Corps Recruit Depot San Diego 63 to 65. The Flight Training Command in Beeville, Texas, 65 to 67. Vietnam, 67, 68. 68 to 70, I was in Norfolk, Virginia. One of the worst duties I ever had. I was a casualty assistance officer in Handy Notify. Yeah, it was terrible. God.
Casualty assistance.
My wife would have told you that was the closest I ever came to becoming an alcoholic.
Oh, wow.
Then I went to Cherry Point, North Carolina for 70 to 72, back to Vietnam, 72, 73. Came home in 73 and we were living in San Marcos, and I was a commanding officer at the airfield at Camp Pendleton for the last 5 years.
Wow, okay.
So, yeah.
Commanding officer at Camp Pendleton.
Yeah.
How many people get something like that in their car? I love it, because what a badass career. So tell me about you. How many flights? You were talking about how many combat missions you flew a minute ago. How
290.
many? 290 combat missions.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, and that's pretty badass. So if you were to give somebody, now it's like you're like, badass. It's like, what, enjoy your life? Take care of yourself? What is it? What kind of tip would you give somebody today? Maybe if they wanted, would you still encourage them to join the military and become a pilot?
I have gotten more people to go in the Marine Corps by telling them they couldn't make it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that reverse psychology thing.
In fact, my nephew, who went in the Marine Corps, and I told him, I said, Joey, you're not going to make it. There's no way in hell you're going to make it. Your father was in the Air Force, and he's going to hate you for it. You're not going to make it. Well, he goes to the Marine Corps and retires as a sergeant major. Yeah.
What was your rank when you? Oh no, commander. You were commander.
I was a major.
Major. Okay. All right. So that's your nephew, grandson?
My nephew.
Your nephew.
Yeah.
All right. And his father was in the Air Force.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be your brother.
Oh yeah.
So you're military whole family.
The Air Force to us, the Marine Corps to Marines, the Air Force is the only service where there's no transition from military to civilian life.
Okay. And what do you mean?
It's a culture shock for us.
For Marines.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I would bet. I can't really say I understand.
When you look at a Marine, you're looking at a cold-blooded, steely-eyed, paid professional killer. That's what we're designed to do.
Look there and say that. Can you? Will you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're looking at a cold-blooded, steely-eyed, paid professional killer. That's what we do. That's what we did for a living.
That makes them licensed to be badass. You're already. You don't even need my program. Jeez Louise. I should follow you around. Yeah. So what do you do now? You have a State Farm insurance
I started with State Farm in January of 1979.
Okay.
I started as an agent down in Lakeside, which is just north of El Cajon. And then after about 5 years, I became an agency manager, and I appointed 13 agents in the span of about 10 years. And this was all, Southwest Riverside was all my territory. And then in 92, when you're in management, they tend to kick you back out when you're 65.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't want to quit. So in 92, I went back to agency. I had an agent retire in Emmett, and I took over his business. And in 95, I moved it over here. And so I've been here since 1995.
That's a very
and
long,
Rotary at the same time.
yeah, long history. You know, so you did the 24 years in the Marine Corps, and then you started in insurance, and here you are, you know, an active member of Rotary, still at, dare we say, what your age is?
85.
At 85 years old. I would venture that, for me, what I would say that your badass tip would be, what? Just continue to build, continue to live, or be badass? I mean, what is it?
Don't ever let the bastards grind you down.
There you go. Don't let the bastards grind you down. I love it. There's your badass tip. All right. Okay, now I have a phrase at the end. All right, you everybody. My name is Kelly Orchard. I'm the badass certifier, and this is my friend Dick Lawe. He's one of my Marietta Rotary friends, and thank you so much for sharing with us a little bit about your Marine Corps history. 24 years as a pilot in the Marine Corps, and then after that, what is it, like 30 some odd years in insurance?
Longer than, 79.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, actually, well, more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's just, that's just a way of, you've been involved in your community, involved in the Rotary Club. You serve everywhere. You're a very generous and delightful man. It's like, if you want to join our Rotary Club, he's there. And what is it you always say when I say, how are you? He's like, well, I'm above ground today. So that's always good. It's always good to see you. All right, so we're going to say our phrase. So just repeat after me. Remember, everybody, to be bold.
Be bold.
Be brave.
Be brave.
Be confident.
Be confident.
Be badass.
Be a badass.